Recording in progress.
Okay. So I am going to, sorry. All right, that's better. So I am going to call this meeting into session. And before we do the flag salute, I do want to take a moment to say thank you to all those who have served our country on this Veterans Day and have made the ultimate sacrifice, and also to all those and their families and friends who have also supported them along this way. So if you can join me in the salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I also want to note that we will have quorum. We are waiting on one more person, but in the meantime, we can do roll call. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll move on to Planning Commission staff communications beforehand.
Good evening, Commissioners. We have quite a few things going on in the Planning Department and the Community Development Department. One of the things that we'll be getting going on relatively soon, we are looking at making some updates to our zoning code, amending various items that need to be brought up to date for consistency and conformance with state law. So that's exciting, and we'll be bringing some of those to you guys down the road. We're also looking at a pretty comprehensive general plan update that we'll be getting rolling likely next year, but we'll be hosting workshops and working with the community on planning that, as well as our housing element updates. We have completed the list from HCD, so that we should be in conformance or nearly completed and nearly in conformance with our existing housing element. And we also have, as mentioned before, we have a new staff member in the department, our new building inspector, Jeremy White, and he's continuing his training and getting up to speed with all of the building department processes and codes. So we are moving full steam ahead. We have a relatively full department, and things are going smoothly.
All right, wonderful. Does anybody on the commission have any questions to fill time?
I have been wondering for quite a while.
Microphone.
Do I really have?
Yes.
I've been wondering for quite a while if we could do a planning commission workshop. I've been on this commission for a little over a year, and I've been wanting one since I started. So if that happens to fall into place sometime when we're not extremely busy, that would be really cool for some of us newer people.
What type of workshop? Is there any particular subject you'd like to
kind
cover?
Kind of defining for us exactly what is expected maybe of us and how to go about it. Any materials that we might need, like code books or maps or anything like that, that would be helpful. You guys usually give us a really extensive staff report, so we probably wouldn't need too much, but just, I don't know, maybe making us feel more like comfortable with the position that we're in.
Okay. I can also keep an eye out. We have often done trainings for the planning commissioners as well. There haven't been the really great local trainings that are closer that we would normally send folks to since COVID. Those haven't really taken place. It's been a bit farther away in the
Michael and I did go to the one in the Cal Cities did in Santa Rosa, but it was so almost geared more, and I've experienced this a lot in rural transit too. They're geared for larger properties and larger cities and things, and so it was slightly overwhelming to a certain extent when maybe you don't need quite that.
They can be. We can also look into doing some online trainings too. Sometimes there are, I'll take a look and see what's out there. And we have done sort of workshops with online training where we're all in council chambers together, but viewing the same sort of online training, and that way we can kind of collaborate and, and have discussion about it too. So, and then the commissioners can ask any questions they need to. So I've made a note of that, and I'll hopefully be able to bring something to you guys by the next meeting.
In the meantime, I will call for a 5-minute recess while we wait for our other planning commissioner. I'm going to call us back into recess now that in session, thank you, back into session. And I will request that, Stephen, we do a roll call.
Yes. Commissioner Amon?
Present.
Commissioner Christensen?
Present.
Vice Chair Nichols?
Here.
Chair Kine?
Here. All right. Next order of business, I will start with oral comments from the public. I will open it up to anybody who might be online or on Zoom first, and then open it to the chamber. Is there anybody online?
We have no one online.
Okay. And seeing that there is nobody in the chamber, I will close public comment. And then I will move on to the consent calendar. I believe the only thing on the consent calendar was approving the minutes from October 28th, 2025.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of October 28th, 2025.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it has passed. And then moving on to Planning Commission business. The only item we have today is a design review for the structural additions to the Tractor Supply to construct an outdoor garden center in an enclosed bulk feed storage area, and finding the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act, Resolution P-2025-3140. And I'll turn it over to Katie.
Thank you, Chair Kine.
Thank you.
Planning commissioners. One moment, I'll get this up here. Okay. Today we have the Tractor Supply design review located at 1000 River Ranch Road. We'll start with a little project background. The original design review for Tractor Supply was approved on July 2nd, 2013. There were 2 separate building permits issued, one for site work and one for the structures themselves. And they received their certificate of occupancy January 23rd, 2014, which is a nice fast turnaround. We do have the elevations from the original Tractor Supply, and it was constructed very nearly to exact of the original design review. We'll take a look at the existing conditions. The site is surrounded by light industrial uses. To the north, there is a scrapyard and a contractor yard. And then to the east, we have Recology. There are commercial and public uses to the south, mainly geared towards the traveling public, and it is located in the Riverwalk district right near the Eel River. The parcel site is a fully developed 3-acre parcel located on the Riverwalk District at the south end of Fortuna and along the Eel River. The existing structure is a masonry building, and you can see in this graphic here a bit of the prominent red roof that is typical of Tractor Supply stores. This location features an enclosed area to the north consisting of merchandise storage and a propane service area. There is an unused drive aisle that passes through the enclosure, providing access from the front parking area and exiting to the rear of the store. And in this graphic here, you can see the drive aisle. It is, I believe, used currently for deliveries, but it is not open to the public. We'll take a look at the proposed project. The applicant is proposing to construct a 1,760 square foot garden center addition and a 1,855 square foot feed storage addition. They'll be utilizing the existing fenced storage area to the north of the main structure. And there'll be a new merchandise pickup area directed from the parking spaces in the front of the store to the existing drive aisle adjacent to the garden center and feed storage structure. And in this graphic here, you can see where the structures will be located and the new drive aisle. It does take traffic from the existing parking lot through the enclosed area and then to the rear of the store. There will not be any new ingress or egress directly onto public streets, so there will not be any change into traffic in the city's right-of-way. They are proposing to add some new veterans parking in the front, and there'll be some new traffic directing signage, but that is not subject to design review. Here we have the elevations. It shows the existing structure with a graphic with the garden center to the north, and then you can see the roof line for the feed storage that will be to the rear of the garden center. They are proposing a new sign, but that has not been determined at this point, so we will be approving that administerially during the building permit stage. They will receive a ministerial sign permit. The structure will be constructed of corrugate metal panels. There will be a darker metal panel for the roofing, and that is in line with the existing corrugated metal awnings that are along the front of the structure. We have the materials here, colors and materials for the Planning Commission to approve for this project. And you can see that they are very similar in nature to what was previously approved in 2013 as part of the original design review. So there will not be, the additions will be seamless in color and material to the existing structure. We'll take a look at the required findings. Pursuant to zoning regulation 17.07-100, the Planning Commission must make the following findings to approve design review of the project. And they must find that the project design is consistent with the Fortuna General Plan and zoning regulations, that the project is in compliance with the California Environmental Quality Act, and the project is consistent with policies set forth in the design review manual. And you can refer to the tables that were included in the staff report to show that those findings do in fact state that the project conforms with all of those stated policies. The project is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act under CEQA guidelines, section 15061B3, because it can be seen with certainty that there is no possibility that the project in question may have a significant impact on the environment. It's also exempt under CEQA guidelines, section 15301E, in that it involves the repair, maintenance, and minor alteration of an existing private structure involving no expansion of existing or former use, as the uses that will be provided by the additions are currently being utilized with the existing store. There are also no exceptions outlined in the CEQA guidelines, section 15300.2. Recommended commission action is to receive the staff presentation and review commission questions with staff, open the public hearing and receive public comment, close the public hearing, and make a motion to adopt Resolution P-2025-3140, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna granting design review approval for structural additions to Tractor Supply located at 1000 River Ranch Road, including elevations, colors and materials, and finding the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. And thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Katie, for that presentation. I'll bring it back to the Planning Commission if they have any questions for staff before I open it up to public comment. Seeing none, I will open up public comment. Stephen, is there anybody online?
There is no one online, Chair Kine.
All right, and seeing nobody in the chamber, I am going to close public comment and bring it back to the commission. I do have one quick question. I assume, based on the design, that any rain collection or drainage will be engineered to go flush, whether it's to the existing water collection system in the parking lot or whatnot.
Yes, and that will be reviewed as part of the building permit. So all of our building permits of this nature, all of our commercial permits do go through review by the Public Works Department and the city engineer.
Yeah, I figured as much. I just wanted to double check.
Yes, thank
How
you for
about at least
thank
one
you for
question?
clarifying.
At least one question.
I'd just like to say I went out and looked at everything, and it's a good use of their property. It will benefit Fortuna. So,
Definitely.
thank you.
Okay. If nobody else has any questions or concerns, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution P-2025-3140 that Stephen will happily read for us. Thank you.
And I'll second.
Awesome, thank you. Resolution P-2025-3140, a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna granting design review approval for structural additions to Tractor Supply located at 1000 River Ranch Road, including elevations, colors, and materials, and finding the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. Commissioner Amon?
Approve.
Commissioner Christensen?
Yes,
Vice Chair Nichols?
Yes.
Chair Kine?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And since we've already done the staff communications, unless there's anything else that the commission would like to ask or mention, I'll look for someone to call for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thanks to all the veterans.
Exactly. Thank you.